another game of Oblivion Remastered. And, well, we are closing in on the end of the Mage's Guild questline, so we're just going to keep on closing at it. I think we'll just talk to the Arch-Mage, because we got our promotion.
Ah, you must be the arcane.
Could I speak with you a minute? I'm listening.
I might need to get a mod eventually to make them talk less. Alright, we'll just walk in the front. That's right. You can just walk in the front.
Well met.
Good day.
Be seen.
Now that we've got our promotion, we will talk to this little guy.
Time is against us, and our enemies grow stronger. There is much to do and little time in which to do it. Your next task is essential.
You know, I like Hannibal. I like his little white eyebrows. I like how
Word has been
he
sent
doesn't
that
do
the
anything
necromancers have been
himself.
quite busy creating black soul gems for their master. In particular, a unique black soul gem has been crafted in the south of Cyrodiil in the ruins of Cylorn. This gem needs to be confiscated and brought here before it can be delivered to the King of Worms and used against us.
How did you
I've
learn
spoken
this?
with several individuals I cannot name at this time. Count Hasseldor has also provided valuable information, as you well know. A contingent of battle mages has been sent to the site. I would like you to oversee their actions on my behalf. The only thing that matters is that gem. Do you understand? Once you have it safely in your possession, return here immediately. Know that you have my complete confidence. I would not entrust this job to you if I did not feel you were prepared for it.
I think he says that to
Now
everyone
go.
he sends off to die.
Bye.
Bye. Well, you know, we're just gonna get right to it. I think our inventory's already good and relatively low on carry weight. Yeah, we're ready to roll out. We've got our staves. Oh, we walked into the orrery. Well, we will look into the stars and see what's going on there. I don't remember this being in the original game. It might have been a DLC thing. Alright, so this one is called Master's Courage. And you get endurance at the cost of agility. Seems good. Well, you know.
This is a wondrous encounter. Welcome.
My pleasure, really.
They're laying it on a little thick. They're all really big fans of me now. You know, oh, that's the wrong door. I'm the worst. You murked a worm IRL. You know, sometimes that's how it goes. The plow forgets, the worm does not. Alright, where is this at? Here. Alright, we're gonna fast travel to the entrance of the Imperial City, but then we're gonna run down just for cinematicness. I've been doing too much fast traveling, you know. We're coming at the end of our journey for this character, so wanted to get a little cinematic sprinting, running, jumping, falling, standing, sitting down. So I'm like not done with Oblivion. I think once I finish this character, then I'll be done. Or once I finish like this major quest line, then I'll be done with this character, and then I'll start over. Maybe this exact character again, but with a different life story. That's how I used to play all the time. I'd just be like, what if I turned right instead of left? You know, what if we didn't kill that bear? No, that bear was always gonna die. But we're like pretty strong now. I probably should turn it up to. See, that's the problem. So you take so much more health damage in expert. I cut myself off in the sentence there without being precise at all. What a massive down tree. See, this is why you gotta run on the road. Because, you know, then you could go inside of the tree, and that's nice, you know. Big fan of trees. Everybody knows that about me. They call me the Tree Meister. I count on them. Yeah, there's like a bigger tree trunk than all the trees around it, basically. But I quite like this surrounding here. I'm glad I decided to just, you know, run. Someone's chasing me, but we're just going to keep ignoring them. They're probably slower than we are. Spriggan? Spriggan. Spriggans are like woodland creatures. They summon bears and stuff, which is great. Many of my favorite video game characters get to summon a bear to one degree or another. There's a Grobak camp, so these are either going to be friendly orcs or angry orcs. We'll find out which whenever we walk up. Hello! Oh, they are roasting a massive rat. I was just trying to talk, and then this person... You know, you gotta realize in that brief moment that you've made a mistake. So we got the Warcry power. I think we just got rid of the tower thing after all of this time. That'll be alright though. Alright, so I'll probably put firewalking on for the fire resist, as we're likely to be up against some bad chat. I am reading chat. I just think you guys are doing like an innuendo thing, which is why I'm not reading it out loud.
Hello? You're here from the council, aren't you? Traven sent you? Just you? That helps the odds, but not much. We're still going to be outnumbered. Follow me. I'll show you what we're up against.
They're like, I'll show you what we're up against. We walk 3 feet
This
forward.
is it. The entrance
Literally
to
3
Cylon
feet
is just
forward.
ahead.
Amazing.
We've been watching the site for a while, and have tried to stay out of sight ever since the original plan was blown. We were supposed to storm the place and take this gem they're holding, only we can't. There's some sort of enchantment on the door. With that door sealed, there's no way we're getting inside, so we'll have to wait for them to come out. Based on the activity I've seen, that should be very soon. All we can do is prepare for them to come out. Once they do, it'll be our best chance to get the drop on them. Of course, since we can't get inside, we don't know how strong their numbers are, or whether we really have a chance at this. Traven sent word that he wanted you in charge, so you've got it. You're in command. Tell us where you want us. If I may, I'd suggest that you put us in... I have to admit, I'm better with an axe than I am with magic. I've been working on spell casting, but I still feel better with a weapon in hand. There are 2 good locations to hide. One near here.
All right, we are
and one
going to
closer
do
the
this,
door.
and it's going to be great.
Where do you want me to wait?
We're going to say to keep your
Okay.
distance. Maybe we can
I'll head over there.
keep them all alive.
I'm ready. Well, I excel. Do you want... Right.
How do you do? I can manage. Wish. You've got.
And we'll have him to try and heal us. And from there, I guess we're just going to have a big old knockdown drag out. Do I just walk right up to the gate? Yeah, Falcar has fled into the ruins, and I'm just going to absolutely walk up in here and deal with them.
Me what you've got.
They won't know what hit them. It'll be a sword. A sword will be the thing that hit them, but they won't know about it. With a nice swift block, gonna be able to deal with them. Yeah, these mages are not ready for the power of my 40 damage enchantment on the sword. It's like hitting them with like a quite strong destruction spell. Plus, you know, you're swinging it. Of course, it doesn't last very long. It's already almost out, and it was full when we started. But fortunately, we've got plenty of gems. I say plenty. It's not really that many. I have some gems. Definitely need to start soul trapping some of them, but you can't. Well, you can soul trap people, but you got to do the necromancy thing, which sort of goes counter to what we're doing here. Just gonna grab some Welklin stones. They're just like very heavy mana potions, but they're still very important. Alright, we now have to solve the mystery of why this gate is locked. Now it'll either be so it can let us out at the end, or probably is that. We'll just go this way and worry about the gate at a much, much later date, if indeed at all. Staff of Vulnerability? What does this one do? Magic resist down, maybe? Oh, okay. Weakness to fire, frost, poison, and disease. I don't see how making... Well, I guess making me weak to disease could be fine. I don't know how doing it to an enemy would be functional. Alright, so that was just... Alright, maybe that's like a sneak way in, right? Oh, that is backwards. Perfect. Alright, so that'll be the way down or something. Yeah, we just need to find a way around and then through the top, unless it's a very different pathway. We'll figure it out. Probably. We'll probably figure it out. Is there a way into that room? Sort of seems like there should be. Alright. So from here we go straight and then... Oh yeah, this will just be the pathway here. Do we go there and then turn around? Strange.
Hello? Who's there?
It is I, your death! Alright, we are now a level, an expert in destruction, level 75 destruction, just in time for the end of the game.
Damn you.
No. The leveling's too fast. I gotta find some mods eventually to slow it down. Make it feel more like it used to. I feel too good too quickly, you know, like I should still be like kinda bad at doing magic. Great, or Staff of Fireball. That's even better than a regular one. I will find out how much better when I pick it up. Does it have fire? Oh, 50 damage, yeah. It's pretty good. Of course, it does take 1 second, but maybe it's like a big ol' an AoE as well. We'll have to figure it out by using it. It's the best way to figure out how your items work when you're locked in a struggle of life and death against a entrenched foe that expects you. But we'll be alright. So we'll just slowly back away here. And slowly shoot them. Oh yeah.
Who's there?
That would have been better if we didn't mess it up.
This ends here. You're out of stealth.
I'm doing this so bad. Fortunately, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna punch her. Hiya! Hiya! This is actually my preferred way to do. We're definitely making a punch cat next, yeah. It won't be Elissa as such next time. I don't know how or why, but punch cat will be the future. I mean, I know why. It's because I think they're awesome. And unarmed is fun. And it saves you a slot on your equipment, and that's nice. We got some novice garbage here. After all of this time, they can't even have good equipment to make their potions with. No, there was a time when that would have made my eyes light up. I would have been like, oh my goodness, unimaginable wealth. Novice Olympics. But you know, you grow up, you get too wealthy, and you lose sight of the joy of finding cheap items. But that's why you make new characters, right? That's why you perpetually Make new
If it's a fight you
characters.
want, it's a fight you'll get.
And once again, we're just getting so many potions, way more than we probably need. But maybe not more than we have to have, because we're gonna have like a boss fight eventually. There are enemies here. Probably slaughterfish. I'm not exactly sure, but detect life is awesome. For just moments like this, because you can be sure that whatever's going on down there, it's not your friend, right? But anyway, that one's too hard to hit. Maybe from this angle. Maybe from this angle. Haha! I knew I could do it. Alright, so don't really know what's going on here. Fortunately, one learns. Alright, so it is just a humble slaughterfish. Oh, that one was alive. I can't cast ranged spells underwater. You know, that's the sort of thing that I should have known. Well, I can cast that spell underwater, and that's just as good. Alright, so they just got some silly little slaughterfish.
The last mistake you'll ever make. You'll never take me down.
After me, like, coming in awesome in the water, and his first thing to say is, "I'll never take him down." He doesn't even know that I have a sword. Oh, I realized that, yeah. If he knew I had a sword, I don't think he would have been so confident about that never nonsense. Staff of Sickness. I think we're leaving that. Yeah. There we go. I don't really know what we were doing there. Alright, so... Oh, right. I didn't stand on the block in the first place, which I think lets this one go down. Yeah. Oh, well, that also explains it, so... I wonder what you're actually supposed to do there. I mean, I guess you could telekinesis it, but I think, yeah, swimming by the water is the way that you're supposed to do it. Anyway, pretty funny stuff. Okay, no. Standing on that pressure plate raises this one no matter what and drops that one, but now when you do it in this order, it works. I see. You know, why can't I remember stuff like that and not remember all of the story beats? That would be nice. I mean, not all of the story beats, but all of the important ones I tend to, you know... In the Mage's Guild, I've done, like, a bunch. I couldn't have, like, told you what it was before I started. You know? I wouldn't have been able to describe all of it. Most of them, like, oh, yeah, that's right, the thing. Oh, is this the alternate way? Is this the way you're actually supposed to go? It is. So... I think I always do it this way, though. You know, it's just how to be. So there's a path there that you swim up through, but really you could just jump on this side of the pillar, probably without very much acrobatic skill at all, and then just go like so, which must have been how I have always done this. It really just must have been how I always have. After all, it's very logical. You know, it seems irresponsible, but in this game, if you see a button, you just sort of press it and then hope that nothing bad is going to happen to you for it. Okay. That gate. That's what it does. The one from earlier. And you gotta wonder, like, if you knew that, could you... And the answer is almost certainly yes, you know. Could you, like, fortify your acrobatics? And then, like, you know, parkour over? This would be, like, you know, for your Mages Guild speedrun. Which, in Oblivion, due to the way that you can do silly things with your stats, I would imagine would be... Oh, yeah, so then you would just... Yeah, so we could have just jumped all the way right up here and popped the block to continue onward if we had remembered that. But, you know, that's why I love this game. That's not why I love this game. That's just a thing that also shows why I love this game. You know, it gives you a lot of freedom to solve problems in unconventional ways, especially when you have access to a bunch of wizardry. Or indeed, speed and jumping. Because, I mean, if you could jump like 3 times higher than the average person around could, you could solve problems in novel ways as well.
Damn rats always skirting around in the shadows, making me jumpy. Huh? Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks on me.
We almost had her. Oh, the enchantment on the sword is out. I'm like, man, I would have thought that would have popped her. Because the enchantment on the sword is for like 40 damage, which is significantly more than the actual sword swing is. By it's almost 4 times as much damage as the actual sword does, is the enchantment on it. Which is why people are just melting to it, but... That'll help us heal other people. Just repair stuff real quick. I need to, yeah, so these are just, no, the lesser souls and the lesser soul gems, so that's fine. Just takes a while to use them. Alright, so there's a block. Ooh, Varlastone. Now, Varlastones, I think, recharge your magical items, so, you know, we have a couple of them, and that will be good, too, for the climactic fight that is to come. Which is not this fight, this is the fight with Falcar, which is a climactic fight. I mean, Falcar tried to kill us, you know, very early on. Do we confront him out loud? Oh, nope. He doesn't give us a chance. And with the fury of the wizard, he falls on the ground to burn. Get wrecked. Dagger of the Blaze, so that'll... Ooh, Colossal Black Soul Gem and his key. And then... Boss fight. Nether Lich here. Oh, it's a Gloom Wraith. It's an even higher leveled Wraith than before. Fortunately, due to combat fundamentals and starting with 60 strength. I'm out of arrows. Oh no. What a very predictable and yet disastrous occurrence. All right. We'll move to silver. Oh no. I'm encumbered. How? I must have gotten my stat modified badly with something. Well, we'll just drop some of this stuff that I don't care about. Dagger of the Blaze. Oh yeah, so 20 fire damage on strike. That'll be, you know, quite nice actually. For a backup when Icebrand is drained. Daggers swing so fast that they often, you know, can do a lot of work. We're just gonna drop the Staff of Vulnerability. We're just gonna... I want the Staff of Silence. I bet that could actually come in really handy. We're reaching the point where we just have an embarrassing amount of valuable things. We'll drop some Welkland Stones. I don't need them. Oh, I have 69 potions of Sorcery Strong. That's why. That's why I'm so rich. And carry weight. But I also probably got some disease that reduced my strength, I imagine. Or I got hit with a drain. The dagger combat actually looks amazing, and I kind of want to be a dagger person now. Alright, so we just need to find where the Nether Lich here was, because they could have had a good staff. Sort of cradling it in his arms. Staff of Dispel, yeah, don't care. I bet anything that you would want to dispel, it wouldn't let you do it. You know, that's... Whoa! I saw it light up there right at the end. $520 gold in that, so a leveled amount of gold, as they say in the parlance of Elder Scrolls games. Yeah, and then it should just loop around, and then we'll bounce right outside. And I think I just, you know, I don't think I told any of the battle mages that that Thundercats are go, so I think they all stayed outside, which is good. You know, they all got to they can walk home with me in happiness and joy. A master retort. You know, those don't grow on trees. That's good stuff. I bet if you had high enough acrobatics, you could just jump up there and loot it. Alright, and then we turn around this way, and as soon as it loops, it'll be off to the races again. Yeah, it's a nice place. But anyway, yep, that's exactly what happened. We told the battle mages to hang back, and we'll be like, yeah, what's up?
Be seeing you.
He's like, I don't know what the Arch-Mage has against necromancy. Like, are you kidding? But, hey, let the record show that we all lived through it.
I don't know what Arch-Mage... Be seeing you.
You've got to get it back to Traven and...
She's like, otherwise this whole attack was a waste. I mean, get over yourself. We're fine. And we'll traverse the land once more. Because I like looking around. Hey, Natasha. How's it going? The tower out there in the distance. And the beauty of the trees. Oh my goodness, this is why you don't fast travel. Because if you fast travel, you get to miss the sunrise breaking across the hillside. And like, that's... Even if I'm on an incredibly time-sensitive mission with the fate of the world potentially in the balance, if you don't stop and look at some pretty trees, like, what's it all for? Also, there's a troll on the road. If you don't avoid the troll on the road, what is it all for? But we will happily jump and then continue sprinting on, our shield in the breeze. It's like, I keep on having things to complain about, but they aren't like sincere complaints, because this is after all exactly what I wanted. And someone will make a good mod that fixes the difficulty up a bit, that makes it slightly harder but not too much harder, and then I can play with that. Because if I was like building a character to be able to play on Expert or Master, I'm sure I could, but my character just, like, it's not survivable enough for higher difficulties. And the enemies, now that I'm, like, very, very punchy, like, end-game level dangerous, now they can't really keep up. Which is fine, you know. But that's, you know, it's what it means to be a victim of your own success. In this context, anyway. Ooh. A strange well of power. Why not draw upon it? And of course, you can never truly be away from the fury of mud crabs, no matter how you try. I will say the water, while you're swimming in the water, doesn't look too great. It's also, it has a lot to do with the viewing angle between you and the light source. In first person, it looks somewhat better because, you know, you can't see the clipping of it behind you. But it looks a lot better when there's not an immediate light source. But of course, the refraction of light across the surface is part of the pleasant thing that you get in a game. And here's the Imperial Waterfront. The house is right here, the shack for sale. This is like my house in Oblivion. This is the one that I get because it's like the cheap one that you don't have to do other things for. And then I sit here and level up. But now it's like entirely unnecessary to play the bad way I used to play, which is great.
Greetings.
It's nice to be free. Can I walk on this boat? Will anyone get mad at me?
They say syndicates of wizards have...
They did get mad at me.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Oh no. Oh, they're pirates.
Take that!
Alright, well, I was just sort of talking, but I guess, yeah.
Take me down. I'm just
Am I supposed to be impressed?
This ends here. Take me down. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, because she's just trying to murder a civilian, right? And I'm helping. I'll just put the dagger away and talk to the guard.
Something.
Yeah, so we're good. Yeah, these people were clearly up to no good. It's a good way to get a cutlass, I guess. Well, now, although I'm on a mission of life and death with the fate of the world in the balance, I kind of want to poke around their boat. After all, it's not trespassing. Captain Tussaud's booty. We've got a Nirnroot, I think, in there. Alright, so it's like a list of instructions for how how to get into a puzzle box, essentially. But we're going to try to puzzle box this real quick. Now, you might think, I've seen you lockpick before. Why would you think you can do this? Well, sometimes you just gotta believe. Bam. Like a boss. Alright, and now that we have broken into this pirate ship... Look, I know it's a pirate ship because the guys that attacked me were named Pirate. And you just don't get called a thing like that. Look, I've heard of a little kid named Bane, you know, which is a great name for a little kid. But I've never heard of a child being named Pirate. It seems awesome. Maybe they do that.
What is it, citizen?
I kind of love it, you know, because it's a profession name. Those are traditional-ish. This is my beloved son, Pirate, and Rustler. That's the term of art for a person who steals, like, cattle and horses. Well, like an old-timey term. I don't know if they would call it that anymore.
Hail! Were you successful? Do you have the Black Soul Gem? Dedicated to the last. I cannot thank you enough for bringing the gem here. I have need of it immediately. We have much to speak of and very little time. A new task awaits you, and it is by far the most important you have been entrusted with.
By far? Oh, no.
Are you truly prepared for this task? I cannot be certain what awaits you, but I am sure we will not speak again after you begin.
I'm
hear
ready.
me, and hear me well. Manimarco will have what he seeks, but it will be his undoing at your hands. With this gem in your possession, you will be impervious to his attempts to enthrall you. When he fails, that is when you shall strike. When we are done speaking, you will take this gem, you will then seek out Manimarco and destroy him. Get to him any way you can. It is your only hope for defeating him.
Hannibal,
I have
this is a
full
dumb
confidence in
plan.
you, and so I leave the guild in your care.
What?
When I am gone, you will be recognized as Arch-Mage and leader
What?
of the guild. Lead your fellow
How
mages and lead
surprising.
them well. The future rests on your shoulders. Farewell, my friend.
And yeah, and so Hannibal Traven just, like, sacrifices himself, which is insane and intense. But yeah, we've, now we can just, so he filled his soul with it, so now we're gonna use this to trap the enemy. And we're not gonna take his robe off of him, you know, although he says we'll be in charge. We're gonna leave him all of his stuff. I mean, not his money. Obviously, we're not gonna leave his money in his pockets. I mean, I'd like to think I have a little more sense than that. Alright, so we've got all of our various staves. We've got plenty of junk when it comes to the carry weight that we've got here, but a million potions. Yep. Alright. We don't really need carry weight, right? Because we're going to become the master of the guild after this. Yeah, and you say I should play Geometry Dash? Probably not today. I do think we're gonna play it tomorrow afternoon. I have work in a bit, and my job is very stressful, and I don't tend to like to play stressful stuff before or after I work. Yeah, exactly, Natasha. I'll die to do something great, and you'll take my job. It is a win-win for him. Now he doesn't have to do all the admin. Like, everyone in the Mages Guild is always talking to him, trying to get meetings set up, and, like, showing up in his council chamber basically uninvited all the time. Hey, welcome to Skyrim. I'm just kidding. This is outside of Bruma, where it looks wonderful. It's just, it's funny, because it looks better than Skyrim, but it, you know, the way that, the way that our minds and memories magnify the things that we love is such that Skyrim has always looked basically just like this to me, regardless of the truth of the matter. And of course, having high speed and good athletics is, well, now that sprinting's in the game so wonderfully and everything, you know, you've got, it's a lot easier to evade your enemies than it was in the past. Oh, boy, this is, alright, so if we want to do this, a true Skyrim, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls player will do what I'm doing here, right? We'll try to get high on the angle and then walk sideways across, knowing that we should be able to get a polygon hit, like right here. Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. Oh, that's why we play games. That's where it's all at right there, baby. Oh, I meant to recharge my things. Hi, okay, guys, sister. Oh, I used it on that one. I thought it did. Oh, yeah, it does. I was like, I thought if memory served, it was every single item. Yeah. So those Varla stones are nuts, right? When you have a ton of enchanted stuff. So now all of my gear is all the way charged up with just one of those items, which there's a finite amount of them. I don't think most of them respawn. Oh, yeah, and we've got... Hello.
You would dare to approach the King of Worms? If you seek an audience with his grace, you must open this door. I hold the key, and I will die defending it.
I was invited. Oh, he is a dark elf. We're not going to lean into fire for that reason, but of course our magnificently powerful sword enchantment, which does 4 times as much damage as the sword swing, is the enchantment on it, which I think even hits them if they block. It's strong. We've got that. We've got a dagger with a bunch of fire damage. If we're you know, if we're fighting against other people, we're ready. We've got our potion of spell absorb. Oh yeah, this lich won't know what hit him. Bam, bam, bam. The dagger strikes is very cool. You do like the flip around thing for the 1, 2, 3, and I just, you know, I think it's very classy. I think flipping a dagger around a little bit is very classy. I don't care. I don't care if it's a trope or whatever. I don't care if it's dumb and it would make you drop it. I don't care. It's cinematic. I love it. We'll just creep on up here.
Always good.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Daggers give a higher bonus for the damage. So that was 8x, which was enough to stop him in his tracks. The sneakiest girl. Elissa the Bold. All right, we're just going to slide over here real quick.
Damn rats.
Ha ha ha. And, of course, any chest has to be picked, like... because slowing time in order to do this is just a good move. Turn undead on strike. We don't need that. It's only for level... It doesn't... Yeah, level 7 undead. What would that even be for, right?
Making me jumpy.
Alright, so he...
What's that?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if we're going to be able to sneak up on him. Fortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, and... he's in the dirt. Yeah, this dagger that we got off of Dude Man, really wonderful. Disintegrate armor, I mean, theoretically fine. We have so much supplies. Really, I'm just being overly careful, but... Gloom Wraith, oh yeah, these are the ones with the little, the crowns. You know that they used to be quite important when they were younger men. be hitting the 75 breakpoints for almost everything pretty soon of my major skills. I think we're like 1 away on light armor. But yeah, blade at 67, which, you know, since we split so much of our offense between the 3 schools. All right, so here we go this way. Yes. I'm like, I don't think we can get away with that, but we can definitely get away with this. I'm like, I don't think, yeah, we can sneak up all the way there. Oh, this person's got a ton of hit points. Oh, that was a high elf. So high elves are weak to magic, which is hysterical. Like, it's so rough. I mean, you can build a character to eventually not have to care about it, but it's still very rough. We have a level up, so we're just gonna crash right here in the middle of the quest to defeat our order's greatest enemy. We're gonna be like, you know what? I think I'll lay down real quick. Level 22. We have earned every ounce of our success according to what that thing says, and that thing can't lie. It doesn't know how. It wouldn't even want to. So it's looking like they're falling quite quickly, but really it's just because my sword enchantment is wonderful. But, like, you can do it quite quickly in the game, I think. You know, I just didn't, but I don't think in Oblivion the power of your enchantment is based on your spell school, like strength and stuff, right? I believe it's just based on the soul gem itself. So if you get a grand soul gem that's filled with a grand soul, just by stealing it or finding it or buying it or whatever, then you can immediately make this bonkers strong enchantment on a weapon. And if you put it on a dagger, you can swing so much faster. But I like to use the swords by general way of preference. That's, you know, they have a longer reach, so you can dance in and out and be a little more careful. That's why well, frankly, y'all know I like boats and pirates and stuff. If they have like a sweet pirate saber with a filigreed handle that's got a ship on it, that's probably the thing I'm gonna use. Alright, I don't know what's going on with this person, but it's all silly. Alright, we're just running out here. I'm like, man, I could not close the distance there, and that's another high elf. You always know when it's a high elf because they melt. They just melt. Also, you could look at them and be like, oh, that appears to be a high elf. They're slightly taller and they got the ears, you know, but really, you just do anything with magic on them and you watch their health bar disappear and you're like, oh. That's always how I'm noticing the race of the enemies in an Elder Scrolls game. You know, you just do your fire spell and you're like, oh, they didn't get hurt. And I'm like, oh right, Dark Elf, got it. That whole thing. And while we could have used the Varla there, I've got, what, 2 more of them? I don't actually remember how far this rabbit hole goes. But it's probably a fairly big area. But that's all to the good. After all, we've got about 1,000,000 potions. would have been better to have a fire sword too. I mean, really, a shock sword would be the best. Because shock is a thing that things are very rarely resistant to. And, you know, sort of, you know, for a generalist purpose, that usually will serve you quite well. I'm like, no, don't be alarmed. This is far enough away that we might be able to get, like, one kill. But not if we miss. Ah, man. Not if we miss. Haha! So we were, like, standing in the shadow. He couldn't see us well at all. And this person, you know, being a necromancer, didn't feel any sense of, like, camaraderie or bonhomie or concern generally for his... Ah, I missed again. Terrible. Two heals. Oh, we got ourselves a gentleman. All right, and now I guess it's yeah, time for the necromancer's chamber. So this is it. We've repaired all our gear. We popped a Varla stone, so all of our stuff is ready to go, and we will walk into the room bravely wielding our staff of paralysis, our mage's staff that we got when we became an apprentice. And accordingly, this guy was not able to do anything about it. Fortify magic pants. Legendary Magica Drain. Okay, yeah, so maybe that is good. But we already have a Staff of Silence. The Daedric Mace is fine, but I don't think I really have the carry weight. Yeah, and I don't want to... We're not worried about money right now, you know. This is the end of the character's story arc. So when we walk through this door, the King of Worms awaits. Good stuff. The fetid bodies everywhere. And at last, the confrontation this has all been about.
I see Bolor was unsuccessful in delaying you. Very well. I shall reanimate him once we are done here. Perhaps we shall chat for a while.
I think he just
since
cast
you really have no
paralyze
other
on me.
option.
Paralysis.
I must say, I expected Arch-Mage Traven rather than his star pupil. I am disappointed to see that he could not face me himself.
So Traven's trap is working
I have
perfectly
met so
here.
many of his predecessors over the years. I developed a particular fondness for Galerion, ill-preserved though he may be. But here you are instead, skilled enough to make it this far.
Yeah, you're
which
right.
speaks volumes about you.
Aw,
Perhaps you'll
man,
be as
Marco, you
useful to
shouldn't.
me as Traven.
Oh, I'm embarrassed. I'm blushing. I'll
Oh,
never
my
help
dear.
you.
I didn't mean to imply that you have a choice.
We always
I will
have
make
choices,
you
man,
another
Marco.
in a long tradition of worm thralls, and take my time in studying you. Your very soul will be forfeit to me.
What?
My dear friend.
I like how I'm
seek
acting
power,
surprised that this necromancer
and
is threatening to
so
do
I
necromancy
acquire
on me.
And study those who have some degree of it. We are after the same things, your guild and I. Yet you worry about
Yeah,
good
you're a real
and
Ubermensch,
evil,
man,
and
Marco.
do not accept their manifestations of the same thing.
The will to power?
So you brand
Are we
me
really doing a little bit of
villain
Nietzsche here at the
and
end?
make vain
That's fun.
attempts to destroy me. I watch and I wait, and I collect you when you come for me. Instead of drawing Traven out, I have received you instead. Perhaps I shall personally go and collect him when we are done here.
It's like, oh, you think you're tough, bro? Alright, as you see, I'm much too strong. Much too strong for our foes. But that was, you know, that's what you get. That's what you get when you mess with me. We'll take his clothes. He won't be needing them anymore. I bet he was, like, pretty strong if you let him do anything. But, you know, everyone has a plan until they get stabbed in the face. Anyway, that's the end of the Mage's Guild line. That's the strongest our enemies had to offer. But really, it's all about the 40 damage enchantment on the Ice Brand. Because it has you doing, you know, 15-ish damage with the initial hit, and then 40 more, so that's 55. So, you know, you hit him 4 times while he's down, you hit him 8 times while he's down. That's 400 hit points. 400 is a lot of damage in the Elder Scrolls world. And this guy inexplicably trying to stop me from leaving. Like, you're done. Manamarco is fallen. Give me this 450 gold out of the coffin. Man, that guy was loaded, and I am a grave robber. Okay, I should just put our water breathing spell on. That's not what it is. I didn't need it on because I had just found the exit. Ish. I just nearly found what could have been close to the exit. Hey, yeah, I've been here before. But anyway, so Paralyze, as we've seen many times in this playthrough, is a broken spell. It is quite too good. I do have to say that how we did that, it didn't look like Traven had to die at all. It looked like we could have just showed up and punched him in the face with the sword. Of course, when you punch with a sword, it's a little stronger than they expect usually. Ah, a trapdoor. And here, of course, it's very important to notice that you could jump over here. The other ones probably don't have stuff on them. Probably. Amazing. Flawless and perfect. We were so over-prepared. Just so overprepared. But he's a high elf. I thought he had like magic resistances and stuff, but he just melted. He might have had some resistances, but it just wasn't enough to put up with it. Because I mean, 40 damage is a ton of damage. I mean, it's a total truckload. I have 70 blade, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, I think that was actually all the boss. I just did like way too much damage. I mean, it's just on like the medium difficulty. I think the early paralyze before he got anything done, you know, it really it took the wind out. But yeah, to the best of my knowledge, that's it. I think I just show up here and then tell everyone I'm in charge.
Arch-Mage, you have returned. Mana Marco has been defeated? I can hardly believe it. The King of Worms is no more! I received a note from Arch-Mage Traven. I know what he did for us and that he selected you to take his place. I will mourn for him during my own private time. For now, I cannot help but rejoice. You have brought safety to the guild, and I thank you.
Huzzah!
I've already sent word to all the local guild halls that you are now in charge. Congratulations, Arch-Mage.
For my first decree, we're gonna legalize necromancy. I kid.
You too.
Well, it's time to hang up this old armor. Oh, it doesn't even have any enchantments on it. You have to do your own. Oh, I look awesome though. And now, yeah, that's it. I'm the Arch-Mage of the Mages Guild. I've completed the Mages Guild questline. We have to go see what my new room looks like. Oh, it's pretty restrained overall, right? Got a little nern root in a pot there. Got some books, including books that are on the ground. Got a little spell-making altar. You got your wines. Enchanted chest. I think that one like duplicates ingredients or something. So yeah, you've got your enchanted stuff. So now you don't have to go and make your spells with the plebeians. Yeah, we'll just lay down here. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Hi there.
Well, that's that. We're the Arch-Mage. But they are capable without us, and we are now going on the last journey of the character. We're going to join the pirate crew. We're going to evade that rat. And while we run, I'll just talk about my feelings about Oblivion. Man, I love this game. It's so cool. I can't wait to make another character. I can't do it right now because I have to go to work. You know, it's not very punk rock to go to work, but I need more money than I have so I can pay my rent and buy bread. It's just one of those things. It's just one of those things that I have to get used to.
What's new with you?
There are rumors that the
I can't wait to jump into the game again with a different angle, with different priorities. Maybe a character with a little more darkness in their interpersonal interactions. Maybe one that actually steals things besides, like, 2 horses, you know? Maybe. Could do a thief, could do an assassin. Could do a lot of things. 'Cause I have not remotely exhausted my desire to play Oblivion, but I do think this character has, you know, it's a nice logical spot. We became the greatest mage in the land. We're beloved by all. This is just what the character wanted, you know. We started out imprisoned for false reasons, transported beyond seas, you know, and now we're the head honcho of the very reputable Mages Guild. We can run around wearing this beautiful blue color. No one can stop us because they're my robes. They flow in the wind wonderfully. Really love it. You know, if you see this person sprinting at you through the forest, you know you gotta be nervous about it. It's just, maybe it looks like all the other games now, but I don't care. I don't play those games. I only play this one. No, to be able to run through the fields of Cyrodiil again, and then look over and realize, oh, that's Skingrad, you know, that's what it looks like. 3 quick bashes with fire. I think Spriggans are fire weak. So again, you know, like, that was because of the fire enchantment. We do, you know, 3 times as much damage as you normally would, but that's, you know, that's having end-game power. So we could, you know, if we had enough damage resistance, we've got the power to be able to turn up things. What's going on here?
Anytime now.
Hello?
What do you want? Yes, the strain. Farewell.
So he is just hanging out in a field. Right. Well, good for him. But it's a realization of all of my dreams, I guess. And it's really quite lovely. I can't wait until, you know, the modding scene gets their teeth a little more into it. I bet a bunch of the work for modding things is already done from the old mods, and it, you know, without knowing anything about computers, I bet there's a bunch of stuff that they can interpolate without too much effort. So I'll be excited to see all that. I'm not done playing, you know, I'll probably spool up another character tomorrow, maybe tonight. But I definitely have got to do, you know, all the stuff. But we likely won't pursue the Mages Guild questline again, for obvious reasons. So Mages Guild would be, besides the Dark Brotherhood, it's like what I remember best, because you basically need to do the beginning part of it in order to have spellcrafting. But one of my friends at work was telling me that one of the custom player houses has a like one of the ones that's in the game now from the content has like enchanting and spellcrafting stations without having to join the guild, so that would be good. It gives you like a role play thing, you know, for a person who gets kicked out of the guild or who doesn't fit in to still have access to that. Because really, like, if you can't access enchantment altars and stuff, like, that's rough. Like, that's a huge portion of the game, is being able to make your own enchantments if you're any kind of wizard. And even with my crazy powerful enchantments on the sword, it's not that strong, because you can get dramatically more powerful things. The troll took extra damage and just melted. Because I think they might be like 100% weak to fire. I mean, theoretically, I could address the Oblivion gates with this character, but I don't actually... I don't feel that compelled to do it, right? You know, we closed the gate, we're the hero, but, like, I don't want to get involved with the nonsense power struggles. That's not my way, you know. We already got involved with this one nonsense power struggle. But what I always loved about Oblivion compared to Skyrim was how much room there was for different styles of play. I mean, like, you could have been a mage in Skyrim, but you had to do it a very specific way or it was bad. But there's a lot of ways to be a good mage in Oblivion, you know. I feel like there's a lot more freedom to be the kind of character you want to be in this game compared to Skyrim. And that's why why I missed it while it was away back in the sands of time, not being pretty enough to look at. But now, ascendant in style and form. Beautiful beyond all dreams. We're here as the sun begins to set over Anvil. And this dramatic boar is going to get dramatically shot in the face with our Wizard's Fury spell. It's a really good spell. But yeah, that's the Mages Guild. Oh, you go around, you meet everybody. A lot of them don't make it. In classic Elder Scrolls Guild fashion, a lot of the people that you become fond of don't make it. It looks like the gauntlets are clipping through the Arch-Mage robes. That is very, very sad. Very sad indeed. But there we have it. Yeah. That's the Mage's Guild questline. When we return, we'll play some other character in Oblivion. I'm not sure what kind. We'll be skipping the tutorial and just doing character creation at the end of the sewers. You know, because why play the first 30 minutes? There's nothing new there. We can talk about the character theory when we're making it, but it's probably gonna be like some kind of modified Punch Cat. I'm not sure though. But see you, Natasha. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you've enjoyed. And that's the Mage's Guild of Oblivion. We're here in our Arch-Mage robes as the sun sets, and off-screen we're gonna go down into the we'll go to the pirate crew now. Now that everything is done, we'll do the last thing we have to do, and go to the Smuggler's Cove. Where my pirate crew awaits. The Black Flag. And we've got a few houses. We've got Arch-Mage's quarters, but you never forget your first real pirate ship bed. So as we sleep till the next morning, that's all I've got for you today. That's Oblivion, you know, that's the Mage's Guild. It's a great game. I love it. I wish I didn't already know how to play it so that I could learn again, but you can't really unlearn something like RPG functionality, right? Like, I do wish that I got to, like, discover how to make a sword strong, but once I decide to do it, I already know how, you know. What am I going to do, make it less strong? You could, but, you know, anyway. I'm off. See you, Natasha. You have a good one as well, and maybe I'll see you later on.